All right. Why is lead flow, cash flow as a life insurance agent? What is the blueprint and what are the stepping stones to hitting 40K months? My name is Trey. I'm the owner of Agent Lead Lab. In the past 3.5 years, we've helped 550 agents issue pay $40,000 per month with our leads, and it's not capped. You can literally go look it up, see the results on our website. We have one of the biggest, if not the most consistent life insurance lead generation, lead vendor, whatever. We call ourselves a lead agency in the game. On this channel, all I try to do is break down what are agents actually doing to be successful with us. We are not here to tell you that there's some special sauce. We just do what we do really, really well. And we've got a lot of reps at it, and we do a really, really good job. So I try to give you the exact blueprint, breakdown, and strategies completely for free for you to take out and use for whatever lead you're working, or if you decide to work with us. My name is Trey. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Let's hop right into the video. All right, perfect. So for the people that have not seen my channel, don't know what I do, I get on here and I try to go through things that I've learned and apply them. So every day I always have things to talk about because I don't create content based on some little content map or like what people want to see. It's just based off like real life stuff, what's happening. The beautiful thing about the way that my business is set up is that I practice what I preach. What does that mean? So twofold. Number one, I've been an agent, right? And I still have my license. Like I could write somebody's policy if I wanted to, but I know what's going on. Like I'm not just a marketer. Most people, I would say 98% of the lead vendor, lead marketing companies that are the ones that are being ran. Now, it might have been funded by a life insurance agency, which a lot of people do, and they're like kind of making money on the side. They're not really in the trenches. They may be in the trenches with their agency. I'm in the trenches with every agent across the country, even agents in Canada we work with that are selling life insurance. And I get to see, hear, and understand, learn, know, and think through things. We partner with agency owners. We partner with people that want to do recruiting. We partner with people that want to that do referrals, more market. We partner with different IMOs, the way they sell. We hear their sales. We bring them on our platform. Like, yo, we have so much extensive knowledge, but knowledge is not everything. We get understanding, right? Which is the application of knowledge in events. You understand and learn what to do and not to do. And then guess what that bears us? It's called wisdom, right? That's just a little biblical overview. I'm a believer, so I just wanted to share that. But anyways, the number one thing across every single type of life insurance agent, agency, and this is honestly for most businesses, but definitely in the life insurance space, is that lead flow is cash flow. Lead flow is cash flow. Trey, what do you mean, right? Or why? Or I've heard that, right? I've heard that. But what do you mean? Okay, here's what I mean. The more opportunities I had to touch and get in contact with somebody that wants what I have, the better. Now, here's why this is so important for the life insurance space. Every single person is a lead. If you're watching me right now, and no matter who you are, if you have a social security number, right, you're a lead. I can get you qualified for something. You may not like it, but you're a lead. I can get you with term. I can get you a whole life guarantee, and there's different type of guarantee graded, right? I can get you with an IUL. I can get you with a VUL. I can get you with a UL. I can get you premium financing. There's a legacy planning. Dude, there's so many different avenues you can go down. That's why I will never leave this industry. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I love the culture of it. I just rock with it, right? On top of the fact that like we're really good at what we do, but I actually really love it. I love the idea of knowing that if somebody passes, they get a tax-free death benefit check straight to their crib. I love the fact to know that if you're an agent on the street and you need to make money, all you have to do is just work hard and work the leads and you make money. But here's the beautiful thing. The real reason I love it is because everybody is a lead. There's tons of life insurance agents and IMOs and companies that do it a million different ways, getting paid and helping people. It doesn't matter. You can go solicit anybody. If you have I tell people, I might make a video on this. Your life insurance license is a weapon. People are like, what does that mean? It's a weapon. You literally get your life insurance license and you can actually go out and print money. If you go for a simplified issue, non-fully underwritten carriers, and you're that type of agent, you can literally just sign people up that are like, yeah, I want it. Cool. You can go talk to friends and family. Cool. You can buy leads. Cool. You can set up an event and sell people. Cool. All you gotta do is pull out your phone, laptop, put their information in, MIB report, okay, get approved, routing and account number, they're good. And it's so simple. You're not asking, and then you get an advance for 12 months. And I'm harping on this because it's the way that we look at things. I've been listening to a lot of Jeremy Miner. I think bro is hard, by the way. I haven't really locked in with him, not for any other reason. I've always seen his stuff. I even liked his little ads. I'm like, yo, your ads are fire, bro. The way you kind of like frame people. And I forget how it came up. One of my dogs, he was on his podcast. One of my life insurance, not one of mine, but one of my homies that I know was on there. And I just saw it on his YouTube. And then I was listening to what he's saying. I'm like, all right. So I just started listening to him more. And I already was kind of, not a lot. Like he's really good at it. And he's like a frame and tonality master. That's like his specialty. And it's fire. And I've become more fascinated with sales because even in our business, we've started to implement more of just like a true sales. Like we don't do the high ticket funnel. We don't do anything crazy. Like you can book a call, but like we're just super straightforward. Like, the prices, there's no like behind the scenes. Like, oh yeah, it's like, dude, this is how much it costs on the website. Like, bro, do you want the leads or not? And the reason why we can do that is because we have so much success and so many agents that have done well. We can show people and it's just like, hey, yeah, cool. You're from this, cool. You do this, cool. You do or not, cool. You're in person, cool. You're virtual, cool. You do IULs, cool. You do annuities, cool. You do final expense, cool. You do age, cool. You do fresh. You do tax verify. You do veterans. You do it. We've done it all with everybody, and they've all made money. So it's like our sales, really, for the most part, are just belief. It's not really like it's like you just got to believe in yourself and know you want to do it because the proof is in the pudding. I can hop in Discord and show you people making sales. It's like, oh snap, this works. It's like, yeah. Now here's the thing. The reason I'm bringing up Jeremy Miner is because it's all on how you look at the frame of your current situation with your leads, right? So how do you frame your current leads? Now, where did this come from? So for me, in my business, we were at present day, because I use this YouTube channel, side note, for those that are listening. They're like 30, 40 minutes. It's like my time to vet and like just get all my thoughts out and like just things that have happened over the past day. Like I'll talk to my wife and then I'll come here and I'll just write on this. It's like kind of like my canvas, like I'm painting. I love it. I get to come on here and just say what I'm feeling, but also more importantly, like what I've learned. And it's like me kind of documenting it, but I'm putting it on YouTube. And I was like, yo, this might turn into a process. Because at first I was like, well, we'll see what happens. And I've had people literally like, I've closed people off of just being like, yo, I watched your content, which I think is pretty cool, but it's just me telling the actual truth of what's going on. And I feel like, bro, what you said is so real. I'm like, bro, I just try to tell people the truth. But anyways, so I got this because even in our business, with our ads, we were running a lot of ads that were having people go to a landing page. And it was like, we were calling them checkout leads. So they're going there just to basically check out. They submit a lead request, but on there, it says like 3-4 times, red and blue writing, hey, like somebody's going to contact you to pay. Somebody's going to contact you to pay. So super high friction. It's intentional. So I was like talking to the sales team. We're like, dude, we need more leads. Like, and obviously for those that don't know, my goal is to get to $1 million a month. We're on track right now, I think, to do like 230. So we got a little bit of ways to go, but that's fine. We're going to document the whole process. So one of the things that I was thinking about is I was like, we need more leads, but I don't just want garbage leads that are just like, yeah, bro, I just like want to see what's in the funnel. It's like, bro, you're here to buy leads. Like, let's keep it super simple. So I was like, yo, let's flip the script and just go to like instant form, which I don't love instant form. For those that know anything about me or watch my videos, I preach on landing page. But for certain offers, it works. I'll give you an example. Recruiting. If you're doing recruiting ads, you don't really need a landing page. You can do a form and you'll get the right people through. You just got to frame it properly. So what I realized is these leads started coming through. It's been one day and it's not like crazy, but we're getting leads for a significantly lower rate. And then we're going to be able to get more clients that will work with us probably because it's so simple of an offer. Like it's not complex. So you don't really need to have a lot. And I was like, yeah, I mean, we can add all that, but it's like, okay, they either buy today or they buy later. But even like with people I talked to back in the beginning of December, I had a guy literally text me and was like, yo, I want to buy the leads now. So like none of our leads are ever dead. So if our leads aren't dead, then we just need more leads, because then the name of the game is not having high intent leads, it's just having leads. So that's number one, how I frame what leads I'm getting. That creates my cash flow, because if I look at it and I say, well, I don't want to pay $30 a lead because it's like I feel like I wasted it. It's like, okay, well, let's take a step back. You didn't really waste it. If you call them and you don't close them now, instead of you going to buy age leads, why don't you just take your leads that are already there and work them? See, like that's the frame. It's the way that we look at what we already have. It's like, these are old. And it's like, yeah, but you're going to go buy more old leads, right? Like in any other business. So what I try to do is I try to take principles from other businesses. In any other business, when the lead gets old, you don't go buy another business's leads. Like I don't go to, I'm not going to drop their names, but I don't go to another company's business and try to buy their lead. Like, hey, bro, I mean, I guess it could work. I thought about it in my mind. Like, that would be pretty dope. But get the point. I don't try to go to their business and be like, yo, bro, let me buy your leads. Probably could work. Now I'm thinking about it. Might be a proposition. Side note, if anybody that's watching might think it's a good idea, we could talk about it. But as long as we have to put it in compliance that your leads going forward. But neither here nor there. You don't go to them and say, hey, competitor, like I'm going to buy your leads that are old and I'm going to try to work on them. You just work your own old leads, or you just generate more fresh ones. So when I was thinking, I was like, yeah. So we tell our clients the same thing. They're like, well, I want to get age leads. I'm like, cool. Age leads are supposed to be filler and starter. Filler and starter. Filler meaning I have really fresh leads and they're dripping in slow, and you can't rush drips. If you want quality leads, you can't rush drips, right? Or you have to pay more. Then the second option is I want you're a new agent. I'm sorry. You're a brand new agent. So you're new to the game. Yeah, you probably need to, if you're new to the game, get some reps. I believe in reps. Reps. That's the name of the game. You have to get reps. If you're not willing to get reps, then it's like, what difference does it make? So that's what that is for. But if you take your own leads that you buy that are fresh, we tell people like, dude, once you get past that and you start generating fresh leads, yeah, they're 30, 40, 20, 25, 50, whatever the cost per lead is per lead. But then the question you really have to ask yourself is, if this lead is $30 and I get 20 of them, I spend $600. Yes. When I'm good, I'm going to close, let's just say like 4. Let's say you close 4. Right? So you close 4, it means you have 24. Let's say you book, 8 appointments, 9 appointments. So that means you got 14, 15 leads, whatever. 3 people that tell you they're not interested. 1 person that, like, whatever, just whatever. And that means you got like 10 leads left. Okay, not a lot. So when you're starting, you don't have that. But over time, you create your own age leads. You buy another pack. You keep reinvesting. And those people that didn't pick up, you keep working them. And guess what happens? Now your cost to acquire a client goes down over time because you make sales from before. But every business has that. It's how does that business do that? The only businesses that don't really have that are businesses where you're buying like a one-time product. Yes, life insurance is meant to be put in place, but just because you have life insurance doesn't mean you can't get more. And just because you have life insurance don't mean you can't get better. And just because you have life insurance doesn't mean you can't get another, right? So it's the same thing with the leads. That's why I'm bringing this up. That's why this is where the story came from, because I was thinking about our leads. And I'm like, that's what I need to talk about. Lead flow is cash flow in life insurance, because every lead is still workable, even in the future. The difference is you're just buying bulk. Now you buy bulk in the beginning because you don't have any, but over time you just work your own old leads. Like people are like, yeah, I'm a year into this and I'm like, dude, you have 40,000 leads, bro. Why don't you just go work those? Well, I don't want to call them because I've called through them. That's your perception. You're not framing it properly. Delete everything on the sheet, resend it to yourself, tell somebody to send it to you, and be like, yeah, these are brand new leads. And just treat them as such. You're treating them as I've already banged through these. Yeah, treat them like they're brand new. If you do that, you'll have a much better outcome. You really will. You'll be more consistent. You'll close more business, and you'll have a way of viewing your leads. It's all about the frame. That's why I brought up Jeremy, and that's why I talked about this, is because it's all about the frame. If you have the right frame with your current leads, you put yourself in the best position, okay? The next thing is how you frame your buying, okay? Now, most people think of buying like, well, if I spend it and I don't make it back, it's a loss. Once again, if lead flow is cash flow, then if you have more leads, you don't really ever lose. You just have to get better. Like, you have to get better. Like, even in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, the only way I'm going to be able to get from doing 230,000 to a million is I have a lot of work I got to do. There's a lot of beliefs I have to change. There's a lot of people I probably need to hire. There's a lot of systems I need to put in place. There's a lot of pride I have to let down. It's not going to be just, yeah, man, I'm just going to be the same person and 5x what I'm making a month. Absolutely not. It's going to require an immense amount of action, an immense amount of discomfort. And that's cool. So I'm going to have to do all the things that are necessary. I'm going to have to run the ads. I'm going to have to make the creative. I'm going to come up with the angles. I'm going to have to sit down with the sales team and hire people. I'm going to have to build out a bulletproof sales script that fits. I'm going to have to help my clients. There's steps to it. And I think at first I was like, yeah, just spend more and make more money. No, that's ignorance. It's ignorance. So how do you frame your buying? If I know that I want to go from doing 20K a month to 40K a month, or from 40 to 60, part one is how I frame my leads. Because part of the thing we didn't even talk about is how you work them. I recorded a video on that yesterday, right? But what I'm trying to say is you have to understand that how you frame your buying is just as important. Do you look at buying like it's like, oh my goodness, I have to buy leads. Like, dude, I don't know if they're going to work. Or are you like, yo, dude, I'm juiced. Like me, I'm juiced right now. Part of the reason I'm juiced is because when I get off here talking to my sales team, I'm like, bro, let's hit it. I'm pumped. I'm like, yeah, we got all these leads. Let's get busy. And for me, it hasn't been like that because personally, it's always been like these checkout based. And it's like, I'm like, dude, I'm just going back to the raw meat and potatoes basics, bro. Let's call these people up. Let's close them and be like, yo, these are the best leads in business because they are. You're going to get a great outcome because this is what we know how to do for our clients. It's proven over and over and over again. We're going to put you in the best possible position. That's how you should be calling and approaching your leads, but you have to buy your leads with that same mentality. Dude, I'm buying these prospective leads. They're going to work. Everything's going to work out the way I want it to. And if it doesn't, I'm just going to pivot and adjust. You got to have that relentlessness in terms of how you view your lead flow. You got to be like, dude, I love leads. I love buying leads. Now, people get a bad rap for that, especially IMOs, because they're like, well, you're just trying to sell me your leads. Okay. And yeah, they probably are a little bit, but they're not lying. And you're probably saying that about me. And they're like, but I'm not lying. Like you need more leads, bro. There is no other way around it. You are not going to get to where you're trying to go without having more leads. Now, I'm not saying you have to. Let me actually take this word out. Let me take out buying. I apologize. How you frame your capturing of the leads. Why am I saying that? Let me talk to my people who are like, I don't have money or I don't want to buy leads because I don't want to do cold traffic. Cool. Guess what you still got to do? You're going to have to go out and door knock. You're going to have to go out and solicit. You're going to have to do webinars. You're going to have to still do something uncomfortable, and it's still going to require you time, effort, energy, and skill. There's no way that you're just going to get hot, qualified people without putting in that work or coming up with a system. You're either going to pay for it or you're going to do sweat equity for it. You choose. You choose. The cool thing about life insurance, unlike business, is it's infinitely scalable. It'd be like if there were the amount of life insurance agents that there are lead companies. There's not. There's significantly more life insurance agents than there are lead companies. And there's a ton of lead companies. That's why people are like, yeah, lead game is blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, no, it's not, bro. There's people buying leads from everywhere. There's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of agents. People are becoming licensed, unlicensed, were licensed. But that's for me. Think about you. You're dealing with every single person with a pulse and a social security number can be signed up and closed for life insurance. That's whatever it is. Matter of fact, let's just pause for a second. This stat right here says that there are 343 to 348 million people in the United States right now. Now, here's the thing. How many Americans right now, let's just say, because you can get children's policies, but let's just go with the eligible people, over 20, under 85. There's about 21% of the population is below that, and 18% of the population is above that. So you just take, let me do some math because I want to give y'all some precise numbers. So they're saying that there's 349 million people. So 349,000,000. Yeah. Times 21 plus 19. So let's just call it, that's 20 plus 20. Let's call it 40%, 0.40. So 139.6 So 349,000,000,000,1 minus 149,600,000,000. So there's 199 million people that are eligible for life insurance. 199 million people eligible for life insurance. So that's what we're going to do. So 199 million. Okay. And then it's how many Americans are licensed life insurance agents in 2026. There are between 100 to 180,000 dedicated life insurance agents. Total insurance agents is 500,000. So there is literally 199,400,000 people eligible for life insurance, and there's not even 200,000 people that are licensed. We are nowhere near coming anywhere close to the number of people who would be willing to service those individuals. I don't even know what the difference between that is, but 200,000 times what is 99 million? 199 million divided by 200,000. That is 990. That's, you'd have to take 200,000, multiply that times 997. That's almost literally 1,000 times more. That is insane. Why am I saying that? Because if you are a life insurance agent, your lead count is endless. Half some of those people are online filling out forms. Very scalable approach. There's people on the street. There's people at the grocery store. There's people in Section 8. There's people that are billionaires. There's business owners. There's every single person is eligible. So there's no excuses that if you don't got tons of leads, you can find tons of leads. And the reason I changed to capturing is because you just need their data. And their data could just be their name and their phone number. And it could be a friend in the family, or it can be an event. But it doesn't matter. If you got more leads, you make more money. It's that simple. In this space, if you got more leads, you make more money. It is not like that. And it's like that in most spaces, but it's not always like that in others, because other spaces, once again, if you're buying like a computer or a laptop or a TV, yeah, you can buy more, but the lifetime value of a buyer of a TV may actually be longer theoretically because they have to rebuy, but you're more likely, depending on what type of TV you're offering, to have people who want to buy a TV. It's probably a bad analogy. So y'all know this is, never mind. That's not a good analogy. You guys get the point though. There's tons of people to market to. So everybody is a lead. So if you're a life insurance agent and you don't understand, this is not about how to get more leads. That's not what this video is. This is why lead flow is cash flow. This is an explanation, a high level understanding of you knowing why you got to buy more leads, bro. And it doesn't have to be for me. And you ain't got to buy them. You got to just go solicit more people. You got to knock more doors. That's still a lead. Now, they don't know you. It's a cold lead, but it's a lead. But you need more leads. They call this the law of large numbers, right? Law of averages, LOA. Law of averages, right? Let's just look that up. Y'all know me. I'm on this looking up. So what is LOA in sales? What does that term mean? Right? LOA stands for, oh, that's not right. Sorry. Law of averages. Here we go. The law of averages in sales is a fundamental principle stating that if you make enough sales attempts, calls, emails, pitches, a consistent ratio of those attempts will result in a sale. It is often summarized as more equals more. Or if you throw enough mud at a wall, some of it will stick. Here's a detailed breakdown of what law of averages means and how it's used in sales. Core meaning of LOA in sales. The law of averages turns into sales predictable, numbers-driven process rather than emotional roller coaster. It assumes that over time, your performance will average out based on your conversion rate. It's a number game. It emphasizes that volume is key. The more prospects you approach, the more likely to find the people who say yes. It contextualizes rejection. It helps salespeople view no as not a failure, but as a necessary step towards the next yes. If a salesperson that knows that 1 in 10 pitches results in a sale and it's a 10% closing rate, they need 100 presentations to get to 10 sales. It's super simple. This is here. The consistency is critical. I talked about this yesterday, right? They focus on action, not emotion. Improvement increases ratio. While the law works based on current averages, improving skills, better scripts and targeting can change the ratio from 1 to 10 to 2 to 10. The law of large numbers is technically a common belief or intuition that the law of large numbers is actually proven statistically principle. But I need you guys to understand that buying more leads works in the same way. If you got more leads, you got more attempts. You got more attempts, you got more likelihood to succeed. It's just that simple, right? You have to understand that. You have to. Now, one of the things I did talk about yesterday that somebody would say is contradicting, but it's not, is that when it comes to leads, not all leads are created equally. So I am telling you to buy more leads, but I'm not telling you to buy bad leads. There's a difference. There's a difference between an aged lead and a fresh lead. I'm not telling you to buy more aged leads unless you like feel like that's where you're going to make your biggest ROI. Now you do need to have what's called your cost to acquire a client. So we have a portion of that video yesterday where I break down what you need to understand and look at and what are the most important metrics. Yes, you do need to buy more leads, but you need to buy more leads that convert. So that's why you have to buy leads at first to figure out what it is. And then the moment you figure out what that is, you just buy more leads and you optimize that number and then you make more money. It's that simple. That's why spending more on ads or spending more on marketing or bumping the spend or whatever you want to call typically means you make more money. People are like, well, I didn't make as much. It doesn't matter. You made more. It's about making more. It's not about, your margins are going to shrink when you scale. That's just life. As you get bigger, you don't take a larger piece of the pie. You take a smaller piece of the pie, but you take a smaller piece of a big pie. I would take a small piece of a really, really, really big pie than take the whole entire pie and it be a small piece. Right? Or you get the point. A small pie, but I take the whole piece. And I'd rather have a huge pie and take a small piece. So that is what you have to understand and know. So as always, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. This was more of a mindset day. I wanted to break this down. Yesterday was more of a high-level day. If you want to go check the video out yesterday that I broke down, I don't have like an editing team for this yet. I could, but I just told them just post this. This is raw clips, but just go back a day. It's January 23rd, so just go back the day before. It should be the video below or whatever. Maybe if you're watching this in order, you probably saw it. And watch that. Super important. It breaks down the most important thing that you need to have in order to be successful and almost not guaranteed, but get very close to guaranteeing that you'll be successful. And I break it down in 3 main steps. And what are those 3 necessary principles that you have to have? One of them is talking about leads. So you want to watch that. It'll give you proper context. If you're an agent and you're looking for just leads, right? We have $1 leads, $55 leads. It's super simple. Websites, leadlabcrm.com. You can go there. It will show you exactly what our pricing and everything is. We're not here to play games or waste time. Just go there, buy the leads, give them a try. We make them affordable because we want to scale with you. That's not really where we make all our money. I'll be honest with you. We make our money over time, just being transparent. So that's why our prices are set up the way they are. Second thing, if you're an agency owner, right, and you are looking for somebody to come run your ads and build your Go High level, simple. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. Packages start from 5 to 10K, all right, a month. That's not including ad spend. So if that is outside of your budget, don't even go to the website. But if you think that's in your budget and you have 3 to 5 agents who are issue paying 20, 30K and you need somebody to come in, you're like, dude, I just want to build my own thing. Dude, we're looking for you. We would love, go to the website, fill out the application. Honestly, I don't really want to do the whole sales call. You know the price. All right. So if you're going to get on there, just being honest, like, let's move forward. It's not like, if you need to look us up some more and figure out who we are, dude, just go watch our videos. Don't fill it out, right? We are busy trying to sell leads. But if we're looking for a select few people who have the money, who want to invest in themselves, who aren't like, oh man, it's so much money and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, look, bro, if you're not going to do that and you're not willing to put up the cheese for your team, I don't want you to be splitting down the cost down the middle. Dude, Pay the 5 or 10 grand, be a big dog, do what you got to do. They'll pay for their ad spend. You know what I mean? Take care of them, pay for the little systems. Don't complain and let's grow. If you don't want that and you want them to buy leads and you're just like, I still want to partner with you, but I don't have that money, or my team's not like that. We just need really good leads for a good cost. Can you hook us up? If you buy a pack of our leads and we hand select you, meaning that we say you're a good fit and you make enough and you're like, showed us that you're a dog and we can trust you, we will discount our leads and give them access to you for your team. And you guys can get access to it. We'll create your own private community. We'll let you try out free leads and everything, which is dope. New stuff that we're rolling out. You'll be the first one to get access to it, and that's completely free. But we'll have to handpick you. You'd have to show us. You have to buy our leads first, so we can see like if you're going to sell it. Because if we discount the leads, we make less money, and I have to know that your agents are going to do well. If your agents suck, no disrespect, like it's just not going to work. And if you suck, it's also not going to work. But if you're good, we would love to work with you. So as always, my name's Trey. I'm the owner. I don't know why I said that anyways, but yeah, whatever. My name is Trey. I appreciate you guys for taking time listening to me. We will be back on Monday, Friday. It's Friday right now. So see you guys on Monday. As always, please make sure to like, you comment, subscribe. Oh, by the way, how to do that? For if you're an agency owner, go to agentleadlab.com. There should be a book a call section. Go there, fill that out. It's going to have questions. It is going to ask you if you're a decision maker. If you're not a decision maker, bro, don't fill it out. If you need your team to be there to make a decision, to me, that's not a big dog. Big dogs go in, they make decisions, they make payments, and they move. They don't, oh, let me go consult with my team. No, you just, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay. I have the money. Let's pay. Yeah, we can talk about logistics stuff, but you know the price. We're going to run your ads for your whole agency, flat rate, and we're also going to build you your own go high level, right? It'll be white label, have all the stuff that you need, or you just use ours, doesn't matter. AI chatbots back in. If you don't need that, then we can talk about that. Typically, those packages are like $3,500 to $7,500, depending on the size of your agency. If you just want us to run your ads and you're like, you don't want the go high level, you already have it. So yeah, you know all the pricing. We're not gonna waste time. If something you want to do, let's hop on a call. Let's move forward. Otherwise, hope you guys have a great day. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.